world of 7, 8, and 9-string guitars, Evertunes, Sustainiacs, advanced tremolos, how does Fender manage to still sell so many Telecasters every single year? The Tele is one of the most bare-bones guitars you can buy, and it always has been, ever since it was first put into production back in 1950. You've got 2 single-coil pickups, a 3-way switch, a volume, and a tone. That's it. It's up to you to get the sounds that you want out of this guitar. It's not going to do the work for you. There's not a whole lot to it. And when I first started playing guitar, I completely overlooked the Telecaster. And I think my reasoning was, well, Leo Fender invented the Stratocaster later. It's an improvement, right? You've got an extra pickup, you've got the tremolo system. Why not just get a Strat? But over time, I came to realize that this truly is the one guitar to rule them all. And if I could only have one electric guitar for life, it would be a Telecaster, and specifically, it would probably be this one. This is a 2019 model. It's a Fender Custom Shop Custom Telecaster, which is definitely a mouthful, but the custom just refers to there being binding on both sides of the body. And personally, I think that this is a beautiful guitar. It gets a lot of hate because the relicking is absolutely over the top. For me personally, I just enjoy the way that it plays and the way it sounds. And the back of the neck on this one is sanded down. It plays great. I love it. But I just appreciate the work that the Fender Custom Shop put into this guitar. There's a lot of people that would say it's ruined, or you're a poser if you play relics. You're trying to get a guitar that looks like it's from this time and make people think you've got a 1960 Tele that's beat up. In this case, I'm absolutely not trying to do that. Fender sells a ton of these custom shops. People like relics. People like the unique colors that you can get. It shouldn't just be what was available back then. I think the custom shop's doing a great job. And this particular one, this is a team build. I don't think that I'll ever own a master build just because those guitars are so incredibly expensive, and I'm sure they're phenomenal. But this is everything that I want in a Tele. So much so that I'm not sure if I'll ever even own another Tele. I don't plan to. It would take one really blowing me away. My wife and I, we recently went to a guitar show in Tallahassee, and I was fortunate enough to be able to play a number of 50s and 60s Teles. And I'll be honest, and I will tell you, no, this doesn't feel as good as those guitars, but it's certainly close, and for 1/10 or 1/20th of the price of what some of those cost, I think this guitar is certainly worth it. The Telecaster is so beautifully simplistic. It's everything you need and nothing that you don't. Jason Isbell plays Telecasters. Coldplay plays Telecasters. Brad Paisley plays Telecasters. Jim Root plays Telecasters. Granted, his have EMGs put in, but they're still Telecasters. This guitar can truly be anything that you want it to be and used in just about any given musical situation, and that's what's so wonderful about them. I couldn't say that about a Les Paul, and in a lot of cases, I couldn't say that about a Strat. The simplicity of these guitars is what makes them so desirable, and one thing that I love about Teles is that it could be your first electric guitar, it could be your 100th electric guitar. You can still get use out of it. I gig with this guitar all the time, and probably more than any guitar that I have, this is the one that people come up to me and ask me about after shows, which is pretty surprising because I play Rickenbackers too, and people do ask a lot about those, but it's this one that people want to know about. And yes, I do think that part of that is people just want to know why it's so ugly, or they think it's ugly, and I can't really argue with that. I like the guitar, I like the way it looks, but I can certainly see how this is not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. This is my guitar that I bought with my money, but this is the guitar that people always want to play after the show, and they want to feel the neck and find out if the custom shop stuff is worth it. And funny enough, my friend Dan, he actually went and he bought a custom shop Tele after playing this one because he was so impressed by it. Now granted, the one that he bought is a thin line and it's not relic. That's a really cool guitar. I'll put a picture up of it if I have one. It's a vastly different Tele compared to this one, but it's still a Tele and it's an incredible guitar. Another great thing about Teles is how accessible they are. Fender makes Telecasters that are anywhere from $200 all the way up to $5,000+ if you're going to get into the custom shop stuff. But just about anybody is able to walk into a music store and find a Telecaster that fits their budget. And I love that. I personally think that the Tele should be the guitar you should start on if you're looking for your first electric guitar. It's so uncomplicated. You only have one volume. You don't have one for each pickup. Same thing with the tone knob. You have one, you don't have one for each pickup. You only have this three-way switch. If you know absolutely nothing about guitars, I can explain to you how this guitar works much more quickly than I can something like a Les Paul or an SG. And there truly is a Tele for everybody. I used to own a American Vintage 52 Tele, I believe is what it was called, and it had the big baseball neck. This one does not have that. It's more of a C-shaped neck. But I've had Mexican-made teles, I've had American-made ones, I've had Indonesian and Chinese-made teles. There truly is a Telecaster out there for everyone, regardless of the type of music you play, your budget, the pickup configurations that you want. I've seen teles that have 3 single coils. I've seen teles that have 2 humbuckers or 1 humbucker, usually in the neck, but I've seen them in the bridge too. If there's something specific you're looking for in a guitar, odds are that Fender or another company that makes T-style guitars offers it in this body. And so that is my love letter to the Telecaster. If you've never played one somehow and you're watching this video, do yourself a favor and do whatever you can to get your hands on one. If you just give teles a chance, they will truly change your life as a guitar player. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. This guitar makes me want to be a better player. I'm inspired when I pick it up. I love to gig with this guitar. I love to record with this guitar. It's one of my favorite electric guitars that I own, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.